Alright, so it's been quite a while since I gave my last update on my weight loss journey. The last video I recorded was 3 months ago, the first month of my weight loss journey. And since then, I've been a little busy to record any update videos. But rest assured, I have been keeping to what I've planned. And so far, let's just say it's going pretty well. So the first thing from my update in way back in September, now at the time of recording, it is the 20th of December. It's been 3 months since I've started this journey. And yeah, it's been good. It's been going fine, I would say. And the fact is that there's definitely been changes, very noticeable changes. And I'll get into that for a minute. But how has my sort of discipline been over these 3 months? And let's just say I haven't really fully needed to even lock in. So yes, I've been controlling my calorie intake and tracking my food and hitting the gym, and all that is been going fine, but there have been a few hiccups. So since my September update, there was Deepavali and my birthday, and also I fell sick a few times. I hurt myself because I lifted wrong with wrong form, and all of that kind of acted as a hindrance towards this goal, towards this journey, but it never derailed it. And that's the biggest thing to me, is that previously, in previous times when I've tried to lose weight, all these things would just demotivate and derail me. And mainly it's because I would not see enough change in the span of time to feel like I need to keep this up. But that's different this time. This time I feel motivated. I do want to see where I can go. My target is still a long way away, and based on my calculations and how much I am losing per month, it will still take another year and a half to get there. Okay, maybe not a year and a half because it's almost that half year, so maybe another year it will take to get to where I want to be. But one thing these past few months has taught me is that you can fall off a little bit just as long as you get back on as soon as possible. You don't let it drag on. Like for Deepavali, I did not really restrict my calories too much for the whole week. And even my birthday week, it was, of course on my birthday, I'm not restricting anything. But even the week after that, I wasn't well. And yeah, I wasn't controlling as much as most people who are really, really locked in would control. But throughout that time, I still managed to drop weight. And here's the thing, until I weighed myself then, I just feared that I would have put on weight because I wasn't really locked in with the food part, especially, and some of the exercise part as well. So that created a lot of anxiety that is really not good because it makes this thing unsustainable. My relationship with food needed to change, but it changed to something that was a bit more negative, where I was being overly anxious about everything that I was consuming, and that's not supposed to be the case. And now, after having gone through those periods and having weighed myself recently, it shows that as long as you maintain a certain level of discipline, this can work for you, or at least it worked for me. So what I really want to do in this one is just give myself a pat on the back and just say, yes, you did it. You persevered. You faced difficulties. You faced things that previously would have thrown you off and demotivated you and made you give up, but you're pushing through. And there is results. There are results for that. And besides that, my relationship with food, even though earlier I said it was changing towards the negative, I do feel like there has been great change towards my relationship with food, because now when I eat lunch, I'm naturally eating lesser rather than having to pack onto this plate everything that I see before me. And I'm trying to slowly lose that scarcity mindset where if I don't eat all this now, I will never get to eat it again. Whereas I'm just picking foods that I'm like, okay, my lunch, bit of rice that I have previously measured, but at lunch I can't bring the scale along, so I have to, by sight, visually kind of see how much I need, and I think I'm able to stay within the range. And then there comes the veggies and the meat, and it's balanced: rice, veggie, meat. That's my lunch most of the time. But on top of that, I've also cut out a lot of sugary stuff, but that doesn't mean I've removed it completely. There are still chocolates in this house that I can eat anytime, but I am making swaps. I'm choosing not to consume some of them while taking others. Like, I have bought a box of dark chocolate in case I wanted to snack on it or to put it in my oats. Previously, I would just use regular almond milk chocolate in the oats, and that was a little higher in calorie. And now these dark chocolates, a little lower, a little better, and I start to feel it in how I eat as well. Like previously, those dark chocolates would be a little bit bitter for me, but right now they're a little bit sweeter. So yes, my tongue, my taste buds have reset. And it's the little things like this that really keep you motivated, because weight doesn't shift that fast. I did not lose so much weight that it's a drastic change, but also I did change how I consume food, and I'm changing that for the better, and hopefully it's long term and sustainable. That's the goal, to keep this sustainable. I'm not doing this just to hit a target weight and then eat like I used to before. I want to change my life completely. Another thing I've noticed is body composition that naturally changes when you go to the gym and you lift and you eat right. Yeah, and that's just amazing. I feel more confident looking at myself in the mirror. I don't have the bloating. That was the biggest thing that annoyed me, was the bloating and lethargy that I felt when I was starting this, and that's no longer there. And you know, some muscles are coming through and it looks really nice and you feel really confident. You know, some things are shrunk and its clothes fit better. So yeah, it's all in all been a pretty big win. But I still, you know, it's not the goal yet, but it really makes you confident. So in my previous video, I also mentioned that I would be starting to take protein, which is something I've never done before, because I always, you know, I didn't really know. I thought it was more for like people who wanted to bulk up, but no, it's just so you can hit your macros, your protein goals. You're in a calorie deficit and you add good macros with high protein, low fat, you know, necessary amount of carbs, and you can see how things change. And look, Malaysian food, there's always going to be a bit of excess fat and a bit of excess carbs here and there. But yeah, again, on the relationship with food part, I'm not punishing myself for taking that, as long as I try to hit my protein goals daily. It's not easy, but yeah, this protein powder helps, and that really shows in the whole body composition bit, because I think muscles are coming through a little better, a little quicker, and I'm getting stronger, you know, faster than I did previously when I was trying the same things. On top of that, I also gotten really into all these like online recipes that, you know, have all the good calories and the good macros, and I really want to try them. And I've been, you know, baking. I have an air fryer here, and that air fryer is just a gift, right? Because you can do so much with that, and you cut out so much oil when using the air fryer, and that makes things healthier. You can eat more, eat healthier, you feel full a lot. And also just trying different recipes. I love to just try different recipes, whether it's baking a bread for the first time or finding new ways to make pizza wraps. I bought pasta sauce. I think I love pasta sauce now, and it's like, it's not really, you know, high in calories. It's not really calorie dense, so you can just spread it on everything. I'm investing in cheese, all types of cheese. I've bought cream cheese, a paneer, because I can't find cottage cheese anywhere here. You know, different types of cheddar, mozzarella. Yeah, just investing in cheese, yogurt. Yeah, so all that just to help me try and make different things, so that I can just have a variety of food, so I don't get bored and I don't fall off. That's another reason why you can fall off. It's just eating the same things over and over again will bore you, and you're gonna want to have that variety from day to day, from what I already had when I started, and now adding some other things in here. So yeah, despite a lot of obstacles that were of my own creation, or, you know, of circumstance, I still tried my best. I still did my best. I never gave in to laziness. You know, before I recorded this video, this is on Saturday and Friday, yesterday, I really didn't want to go to the gym. because I was sick, but I didn't want to build this unhealthy connection where I force myself to go because I'm sick. And I'm proud of myself because I decided not to go. And that's something a lot of people be like, you're proud you didn't go? Yes, because I gave myself grace. I looked in the mirror and I said, look, you're not well, you're coughing a lot, your body feels weak and lethargic. Go home and rest. You can rest. You are allowed to take days off, even though you've planned to go to the gym, even though you've packed your bag, you've brought the bottle. Just give yourself grace. And I gave myself grace, and today, one day after, I feel really good. And my weight didn't suddenly spike up just because I didn't go one day. And in contrast, there was another day where I was just tired and lazy and didn't want to go. I was not sick at all. I was just sleepy, just tired. I go after work, so you don't really want to go some days after work. And it was leg day, and I kind of dread leg days, and because I normally do core on that day. So what I did was I decided not to do core on that day because I just couldn't do it. Also, I think I was still injured. My back was still a bit hurt, so I didn't really want to go and do it. But I went in and I just did what I could because something is better than nothing. And that's something I'm trying to just get in my head, is like something is better than nothing, right? And also remember to give yourself grace. Those are things that I try to, just get into my head so that I know how to treat myself when I'm faced with these kinds of obstacles, and that I can stay on this journey until I am at a really, really healthy weight. So without further ado, how much weight have I lost since I started? Well, I started at 116 kilos. I am now 105.5. That is 10.5 kilos down in 4 months. And that is without extreme dieting, without overdoing exercise, without denying myself pleasure. That's what I'm proud of. And I hope that we continue down this trajectory, that I continue this way, so that I can, at the end of next year, just look at myself and be like, you did it. You son of a bitch, you did it. But to keep things interesting for myself, since I've been watching a lot of gym and fitness videos, I also want to try certain products. So the first goal, once I get to sub 100, I'm 105 kilos now, 105.5, whatever. My next goal, once I get below 100, once I drop sub 100, I would like to try a pre-workout. Now, I know pre-workouts are not necessary, and honestly for me, they aren't necessary, but I just want to try things, When you go through life, you want to try different things, and that's going to be the first thing I try, is a pre-workout. So from 105.5 right now till I drop below 100, I'll be as I am. And once I drop below 100, I'll be trying a pre-workout. I've looked at several different brands, and yeah, I'm kind of excited. It gives you something to look forward to, these little goals. And I don't know whether they'll be great or whether they'll even do anything for me, but you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just see. And that's the first goal. The second goal that I'm setting is once I am below 90, and please note that being below 90 would mean I would be the most fit I've been in over a decade. I would try to add creatine to the diet. Yeah, I guess that's a gym bro thing, but I want to try creatine as well. But we'll see if we get there. First off, let's get below 100. Let's try pre-workout. So yeah, that's it for the update this time around. Hopefully I'm not too lazy and I record monthly updates, but we'll see. As long as I'm still going to the gym, still eating right, still doing my actual day job, that's what matters. But if I get a chance to record and I don't feel lazy, I hope I can do this monthly again. The initial plan was to do this monthly anyway. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next video.